Hello friends and welcome back to the Dork Side. I'm the Dork in the Road and these are my top 10 holiday gifts for the motorcycle camper on your list. I'm the Dork in the Road and I want to be your internet riding buddy, so please consider subscribing. If you're watching this video, I'm guessing you fall into one of two groups. One, you have a friend or loved one on your list who is a motorcycle camper and you want to get them a gift that you know will be useful and amazing, and so you're out there doing your research trying to find suggestions on the best gift for them. Great, good for you. Or two, you're a motorcycle camper who has friends or loved ones that you know are buying gifts for you, and you want to make sure that the gift that they get you is useful and amazing, and so you've sent them this video as a subtle hint. Well played, group number two. Either way, I'm excited to share with you my top 10 motocamping gift ideas for this year. I am an avid motorcycle camper, and my passion is empowering and educating and inspiring people to get out and have adventures of their own. And so I want to share some of my favorite gear with you so that you get exactly what you're after this holiday season, whether you're giving or receiving. So I've got 10 items here for you that would make a great gift for any moto camper on your list, or really camper in general. You don't have to just camp off a motorcycle. These are just things that work particularly well for motorcycle camping. And I'm going to go in order from least expensive to most expensive. These are all items that I've used on multiple trips. These are all items that I personally own, and I feel very comfortable recommending them to you and telling you that they are useful and amazing. Item number one is the Motocamp Nerd Flask. Nothing beats sitting by the campfire, putting your feet up, and enjoying your favorite beverage while camping. And space is at a real premium when you're motorcycle camping, so you don't always have room for a six-pack or whatever it is you normally drink at home. But you definitely always have room for a flask filled with your favorite spirits. I've tried a few different ones over the years to bring my whiskey with me, and my favorite so far is this Motocamp Nerd Flask. One, it's a 9-ounce flask, so most flasks are 8 ounces, so you get an extra ounce for sharing or bonus or whatever, and it's really sturdy. This is a very sturdy flask. I think I could run it over with my motorcycle, no problems, but it's definitely going to be just fine banging around inside your pannier, no matter how hard the terrain you're riding is. And so I feel very comfortable with this flask, and it has a cool logo on it. So this is a great item. It is $23.95, and you can use promo code Dork in the Road to save 10% off of this or any other item at motocampnerd.com if you decide to make a purchase. Also worth mentioning that there are links for everything in this video in the description below, and those will be affiliate links, so I'll get a small commission if you do use one, but really I just want to help you find the best items, and the commission is just a bonus. Number two item on the list is also from motocampnerd.com, and that is the 4-liter Sea to Summit Pack Tap, or as it's known on my channel and in my videos, the Pacific Northwest Green Sea to Summit Manta Ray, because it looks like a manta ray. You get it? But this is a water carrying system. Carrying water or bringing water with you on a motorcycle can be a complicated and difficult proposition sometimes. Either bringing water from home, or even if the camp you're staying at has water on site, you still have to get the water from the spigot to your camp. And one of the best ways to do that, I think, is this Sea to Summit 4-liter Pack Tap water bladder. This thing has 4 liters of water carrying capacity. It's got multiple lashing and mounting options. You've got these here, you've got really sturdy handles here and here. You can hang it up. So I like to hang it from my handlebar actually, and there's a spigot here that you can use to fill up your coffee cup, to wash your hands, to do dishes, whatever it is. It's super handy, and when you're done with it, it just rolls up, goes right in your bag, super easy to carry with you, weighs nothing. It's a great option. This thing is $26.95 on motocampnerd.com. Third item on the list is one of my favorites, particularly when I'm dispersed motorcycle camping. So when I'm camping outside of a campground where there's no picnic tables or anything else, it is a real pain to make coffee, to cook, to even set down your beer, because you don't have anything to set it on if you don't have a table. And so I like to carry, this is the Trekology compact camp table. This is the small size. This thing's about knee height. It makes a perfect side table for your camp chair. It is incredibly handy and absolutely worth the space it takes up. This thing fits in my pannier, and it's one of my favorite additions to my moto camping kit. So it's a little bit of a luxury, but it sure is nice to have, especially when you're dispersed camping, but it's also great in a campground just to have a side table next to you, next to the fire. The small version will run you $27.99. A wise man once said, "Camping without a campfire is just sitting in the dark in the woods," and I couldn't agree more. There are as many ways to make campfires as there are motorcycle campers out there, but one of my favorites is the Bigfoot Bushcraft fire starters. These little tiny, they're just very small, pink, sort of waxy cotton things. They're waterproof, they're incredibly compact, easy to light, they burn for 5 to 8 minutes. It's a really good, easy way to get a fire started, even in wet conditions. And I just like, for the heck of it, to make fires with my ferro rod. So you can buy the tin, the fire starters, and this ferro rod. They have a starter kit. It's $35 for the whole kit, and it is a great gift for a motorcycle camper on your list. My favorite way to make a fire by far. Every time I use these things, people are amazed at how quickly and easily they work. Something to consider. And if you go to BigfootBushcraft.com, you can save 15% off of this $35 kit by using promo code DORK in the road. The number 5 item on the list is my favorite knife. A good blade while you're camping is incredibly useful in all kinds of situations. This is my Mora Bushcraft Black, and I've used it for everything from batoning pieces of wood down into kindling, to slicing through a medium rare steak, sometimes one right after the other. And this thing is as sharp as the day I got it. It's a very sturdy knife, and the Moras, for some reason, are incredibly inexpensive for the quality that you get. There are much more expensive knives that are about the same quality as this, and the Bushcraft Black, which is what I have here, is only $45. Another alternative, if you're looking for a less expensive gift, is the Mora Companion. It's just as good of a knife, it's just a little less thick, and those are less than 20 bucks. You can pick them up, and there's a link to that in the description. A good knife is essential for camping. It has a million uses, and it makes a great gift. I actually got this one for Christmas from my wife a couple years ago. One of my favorite gifts ever. Thanks, babe. You know what's really nice to do when you're out camping? Sit down. And one of my favorite ways to do that is this Tusk compact camp chair. This is the large version, so it has a taller back than the regular size version. And I gotta tell you, I am not a small man. I'm a large person, and so most of these compact backpacking style chairs make me feel like I have to power squat the whole time, or else I'm on the edge of disaster, like that chair is gonna collapse underneath me. I have never felt that way with this Tusk compact camp chair. I've been using it for 9 months now. I have awkwardly plopped into it from a standing position more times than I can count, and this thing has stood the test of time, taken all the abuse I can throw at it, and then some. I've never used a compact camp chair that has lasted this long, so I'm really impressed with the Tusk chair. And you can order it directly from Rocky Mountain ATV and is just under $50, which I think is a great price. It also fits inside my pannier, and it fits vertically in my Giant Loop Around the World panniers even. So versatile, useful, compact item. Sitting down is great. I don't go camping without this ever. Number 7 item on the list is my Jetboil. So this thing has a bunch of uses, but my primary use for it is for making coffee in the morning. My favorite moments of camping are sitting quietly by the fire in the morning, sipping a cup of coffee, listening to the sounds of the forest. This thing makes it easier than anything I've ever used to do that. But you can boil water in like 3 minutes, and with the Java kit, which I have, it actually turns this thing into a full-on fireside French press. Not just coffee, but good coffee while you're out camping in the woods. And this whole setup has the added benefit of being incredibly useful for cooking, whether you're eating Mountain House meals. I've cooked rice and chicken in this thing before. It has a ton of uses. It's great for making coffee, and it's compact. The whole kit is in here. The burner, the fuel, everything. Even my coffee making kit, my French press, is inside this right now. So compact, easy to use. I love the Jetboils. $120 for the Java kit combo, or $110 for the Jetboil by itself. And you can buy the Java kit separately for $20 or $30, depending on where you get it. 8th item on the list, and this is a relatively new addition to my collection, but I'm pretty happy with it, is the Leatherman Signal. So there are a lot of multi-tools out there, but the Leatherman Signal is the only or the most survival and camping focused option out there that I'm aware of. This thing has a ton of camping specific tools. It's got a backup fire starter, it's got a whistle, it's got a little saw, it has a knife obviously, it has a hammer pommel for pounding in tent stakes. This thing's incredibly useful just on a regular camping trip, but also in a survival situation. It's got a lot of the parts and pieces that you're going to want to have with you. And it still has all the old standby tools, including these pliers. So, you know, if you got to tighten a bolt on your bike, or you want to do some backwoods dentistry, you've got what you need to solve the problem at hand. So this thing has 11 tools. I think it's very useful, and it runs $119.95. I'm pretty happy with mine. I've gotten a bunch of use out of it. It's pretty fun. The number 9 item on the list is gonna seem a little extravagant for motorcycle camping, so just hear me out. It is the To-Go Power Advanced 240 Power Station. This thing fits perfectly in the 21-liter pannier of my Kawasaki KLR 650, and it doesn't fill it. It just fits in there. But if you're like me and you're charging a ton of devices, because I got my cameras, my drone and everything, or you have to run a CPAP or a fan or something like that all night, This thing is fantastic. I've used it on a bunch of trips. It's got a bunch of handy features. This light in the handle is incredibly useful for lighting up the fireside or the inside of your tent or whatever, and it seems to last forever. I've been really impressed with the battery life and the build quality on this thing. And so if you're looking for a way to take power with you into the backcountry because you have devices you want to charge, you want something that is going to have a lot of power but will still fit in your pannier or easily put on your bike, this Advanced 240 is a good option. It's $180. And the 10th and final item on this list is the most expensive, and that is my favorite sleeping bag, the Big Agnes Diamond Park Zero. I'm just going to throw it out there right away. It is a $399 sleeping bag. But it's a very unique design, and it is unequivocally the most comfortable sleep I've ever had while camping, period, motorcycle or otherwise. And that is because it's designed in such a way that your sleeping pad is actually gripped by the bottom of the sleeping bag. You can't roll off your sleeping pad. You can roll around inside your sleeping bag and it doesn't move and get all twisted with you. And you can unzip both sides and flop them back. And so it's really like the covers on a bed and not like a mummy bag. It doesn't feel restrictive at all. It's very comfortable and roomy inside. The sleeping pad I recommend using with it is the Big Agnes Insulated Aircore Ultra. That's what I have. That is a $90 sleeping pad, but it has an R value of 4.5, which you need because there's no insulation on the bottom of the sleeping bag. It's like a sheet on the bottom, which makes it super comfortable, like on your mattress. I know it's a lot. You can save 10% with promo code Dork in the road, but that's my favorite sleep setup. And for someone who goes moto camping a lot like me, it was a really worthwhile investment, and I'm very happy with it. So I said top 10, but I actually have 2 more ideas for you. Number 11, if you're buying for someone who's really picky or likes to pick out their own gear, my suggestion is a motocampnerd.com gift card. Motocampnerd.com is the only website on the internet dedicated specifically to the needs of motorcycle campers. All of the gear on that site is curated by the owner, Ben. All of it is great for motorcycle camping, and you know that no matter how picky the person you're buying a gift for is, they're going to find something useful that they want on motocampnerd.com. And finally, my 12th suggestion is if someone sent you this video and they're a fan of this channel, something to consider for them is Dork in the Road stickers, shirts, sweatshirts, and other gear. So there's a link in the description to my Teespring store where you can get shirts like this dual sport riding tile design. You can get my logo. I think I have something like 8 or 10 designs at this point, t-shirts, sweatshirts, whatever, stickers. Or you can go to dorkintheroad.com and pick up Dork in the Road stickers, key tags, stuff like that if you're looking for stocking stuffers or more inexpensive gifts. Those are my favorite motorcycle camping gifts for this year. I hope you found something or got some ideas for the motorcycle camper on your list. If you have questions or thoughts, please feel free to leave them in the comments. If you're a motorcycle camper yourself and you have good gift idea suggestions, leave them in the comments so that people who are coming here doing some shopping can see your opinions as well. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you, and please do not forget to be excellent to each other. Thank you.